What's up, everyone, and welcome to another video here on the Man United Daily YouTube channel. And in this one, I'm going to be talking about United's latest win today against Watford in the Premier League. And at the time, it took us to the top of the Premier League, but after the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Leicester obviously went back to the top, and Arsenal lost. So so far it's planned out to be a good weekend already for United with this win. Obviously, going into the game, I think we all know that one of the main reasons that away games with just promoted teams are hard because the fans they get riled up. The grounds are obviously very tight, meaning that you get unbelievable atmosphere. And because I live sort of like 10-20 minutes from Palace, I've been there a couple of times, and obviously it's a great atmosphere at these sort of like old traditional grounds. So I think there was a lot to sort of like worry about this game because it could have been a banana skin per se, but I thought United played really well. Obviously going into the game, the big talking point was the lack of attacking options because during the international break, we lost a lot of our main players like Martial and Rudy in attack. So that didn't leave us much up front. And, it was an interesting formation in, the first sort of like 30 minutes, I believe, until Ana Herrera went off. But it was a 4-2-2-2 formation. And it was literally the back four, and then three rows of two right in front of them, and it was a really weird formation, but I don't know how, but it worked really well because we had the Schmidfield, Schweinsteiger, and Schneiderlin. Obviously, then we had Mata, Herrera, and then Lingard and Memphis right up top. So it was a really weird formation, but somehow we really dominated that first 35 minutes down there. It was a good combination. Obviously, our passing possession game, but there was a real sort of like potency to our attack. I think the main thing was a bit of pace up front. Memphis and Lingard did really well, and we got the first breakthrough on the 11th minute through Memphis, and from that point on, you thought we will kick on, but as it done this season, we didn't, and so we were again a bit pulling on our heartstrings at towards the end because although Watford came back into the game, there wasn't a sustained period of pressure really until sort of like the 65th minute, and then obviously they got their goal through Troy Deeney on the quite late on probably the 80th minute, and so that obviously showed that we still sort of like lack this killer instinct at the moment. But you could say for this game we lacked sort of like the firepower to do that in the first place. But overall I thought it was a really good game up until that point where it was a silly challenge really for Marcos Rojo. Second time he's come on and you sort of like had a negative effect on the team. The first one obviously coming on at PSV, and obviously his positioning wasn't great at leading to their goal. This one, it was such a brainless challenge really because Igalo, he got him pinned down. There was no one around the box for him to lay the ball off to have a strike at goal. But Marcos Rojo, swung his left leg around and unfortunately gave away a penalty. Troy Deeney lifted it over the hair in the middle of the goal, so that was pretty disappointing. Just because I thought overall the performance was really good on the away ground, where I said at the beginning could have been difficult, and obviously the gift of all gifts, Schweinsteiger getting the winner in the last minute of the game. So that obviously was absolutely brilliant. I mean, it was a throwback to the old days under Salex, where we would have a sustained period at the end of the game, and this one paid dividends because even though it was an own goal technically, because Schweinsteiger literally played it across the goal, it meant so much more because I don't think we've had sort of like this comeback. Well, not so much a comeback, but a late goal to clinch the 3 points for a very long time. And so just having that sort of like feeling back was absolutely great. And also, I don't think anyone can deny that Schweinsteiger absolutely deserved this goal. I mean, you could see him. I've never seen him run so fast. he probably run faster today celebrating this goal than he did when Germany won the World Cup in Brazil. So that shows how much that meant to him and to the whole team. I mean, like I said, Memphis was a bit of a shot of confidence that he desperately needed. I mean, in the past few weeks, I'm open to admit that Memphis has been on top of his form, and he himself knows that he has the talent to be a world beater. But when you lost a bit of form, you need to work hard, and he seems to have had a good effect from the international break, and hopefully he'll kick on from here and regain the form that he showed at the beginning of the season. Again, David Gea, absolutely brilliant save from Igalo. The ball was from Abdi, but the ball was literally behind him 2 yards, and he clawed it out. Brilliant again. We play 3-5-2 since Herrera went off, and I think that took away the possession or the potency of the attack. But overall, that's due to the lack of options, I guess, on the bench. And so, they should come back for the Champions League game. Martial, Rooney, etc. should be back by then. And hopefully we'll go on to get another win. Absolutely brilliant again, I thought, today, because, back to that sort of like olden days where at the end of the game, we're going to have one more chance to do something about the results. And today, thankfully, it went our way. Watford, deserves a bit of credit for their fight, but I thought we probably just edged it today in terms of our attacking, powers today, even though we didn't have a recognised striker on the pitch. So again, man of the match, I think probably David Gea for that absolutely tremendous save from Abdi. And yeah, just absolutely brilliant, result for United, and hopefully we'll get another win midweek in the Champions League. So there you guys have it for my review of the Watford match. Like I said, great result for United. Sets us well for, the upcoming weeks, and obviously no more international breaks, thank God. So there you guys have it. Who did you think was the man of the match? Do you agree that De Gea, or do you think it was Memphis, like BT Sport gave him the reward? So yeah, leave a comment below, give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel as well. You can check me out on Twitter at ManUnitedDaily, or check the website at ManUnitedDaily.com. You could also email me for any inquiries at ManUnitedDaily@gmail.com as well. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.